All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakudash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They're doing even well. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect, the afflicted on third. To you, I say Shalom. This is Brother Dawada from GMS Detroit Camp. Coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakudash. Today, I want to do a brief in transit. Title of this video will be Jacob's Trouble. And Lord's will this video will be edifying. Now, once again, this will be another in transit. Lord's will, this is edifying. All right, now, earlier this week I was meditating on, Jacob's trouble and, the upcoming calamities that are going to happen. And, another thing I was thinking about was how these various different Israelite groups, they're in this great spirit of mirth, and partying and, you got this one group, they started doing some, quote, Israelite praise breaks. Not quote, but that's what they were doing. It's like how they do in the Wacky Tacky Church when they do them demonic dances, jumping and shucking and jiving. So, anyways, you got Jake that's doing that, whereas they don't understand that the wolf is coming. He's rearing his ugly head out. And instead of Jake to seek protection, while we have this knowledge, this truth, and understanding what they're involved in, praying, fasting, and hoping that Yahweh Ba'al Shai will have mercy on them in that time. All right, and understanding the seriousness of this time period. Instead, they're too busy living in mirth, and living it up. Now, when we first come into this thing, we have that spirit of, being happy that we're an Israelite. We feel proud of the fact that we're an Israelite. And, we have this great sense of joy. But then what kicks in is the affliction. When the affliction kicks in, that brings about the circumspectness. Because now you're like, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm an Israelite. And, yes, that's beautiful. And I'm so happy about that. But now I'm catching all this hell. I lost my job. I lost my woman. I lost, my this, that, and the third. People are coming up against me. People have a problem with me. I'm catching all this hell. My car broke down. So, that's when that kicks in. And then when that kicks in, then you are made to be more balanced. And that's the problem with a lot of these different Israelites out here. They're not balanced. The scriptures say, right, it speaks about the bitter and the sweet of the scriptures. The Apostle John, he said that he ate the roll that was given to him, and it was sweet in his mouth. Meaning, when you first come into this thing, it's, you got all this joy. You want to tell everybody in the next door neighbors. You feel with all this overwhelming happiness. But then he said, what? It was in his mouth sweet as honey, but then it was bitterness within his belly. All right, meaning what? After you digest this thing, all right, and then what ends up happening? Well, what ends up happening is the fact that, you start catching hell, like I said, you lose your woman, you lose your job, you lose, all these different things that hurts. It sucks. When you lose different things, especially for this ministry, there could be different job opportunities that come before you that's like extremely lucrative. You can make a lot of money from, or if you do that job, it will lead you into a position to where you can make a whole lot of money. But then you have to give it up because then, oh, dang, I got to give up my Saturdays. I won't be able to go on the highways and hedges, or I won't have as much time to dedicate to the ministry, In some instances, it's like, dang, I'd be a high-up person within this organization, for this company or whatever, or business, and, I won't have as much time to dedicate to this ministry. So these are different things that are part of the bitters of the scriptures, but a lot of times those bitters are what actually ends up helping us more than the sweets. If you spent like 3 weeks eating nothing but sweets, you're going to feel horrible. Whereas if you ain't nothing but bitters, it's more healthy for you. All right, it'll be more healthy for you. Even though it don't taste good, it's still more beneficial to your body than those sweets. Remember the Daniel fast. Daniel, he was eating, pulse and drinking water. And his body was more healthy in comparison to those that ate the king's meat. All right, the king's meat, you eating all that, you definitely gonna have the itis. You eating all this different food that's just not healthy for you. Right, whereas you eating the greens, the vegetation, which does taste good, you whip it together, right? But that's not everyone's first choice because of the taste, the bitterness, it ain't chicken, but it's extremely good for you. So the point being that the bitters of this knowledge is truth, the hell, the affliction that we catch is necessary and is beneficial. But you have certain of these Israelite groups that instead of embracing that fact, they resent it, or they shun it, or they altogether don't even speak about it. All right? So ultimately, when that time comes of Jacob's trouble, they're going to be caught with their pants down. All right? They're going to be caught with their proverbial pants down. They're not going to know what to do. All right? When Esau comes about with that CHIP, they're not going to know what to do. Because their leader is saying, oh, well, it's an embargo. It's a philosophy. It's being a police officer. It's being a military man. It's sleeping with a white woman. It's all this other madness except what it actually is. Oh, yeah, it is the CHIP, but you see, it ain't just that, though. It's that, and there's some others. Like, why? No. Scriptures speak about the simplicity that is in Yahushua. You ask any member of Great Millstone, what's the mark of the beast? Oh, it's the CHIP. That's it. End of sentence. End of sentence. Recently had in the news, this may just be a various topics. Recently what you had in the news was this company that's responsible for micro-CHIPing, animals. I guess that business closed down. And in my head I was thinking, dang, why is this in the news? When you keep watching the news clip, they were talking about how they still recommend people to get micro-CHIP, and there's like another workaround. Not people, but the animals. For people to get their animals micro-CHIP, and that there was some type of workaround to where I think it was like a website that they can sign in on to register their micro-CHIP dogs, or it was to get, another micro-CHIP for another animal, or another pet of theirs. One of the two. I saw this maybe a week and a half ago. But the reason why that's in the news is because they're getting people conditioned to hearing about this technology within the news, conditioned to seeing this technology within the news, conditioned to, micro-CHIP and things. Okay, that's okay. Now all of a sudden when they start talking about putting it within the people, then all of a sudden it's, I was just so used to it. And these elites, now we know, of course, that the elect are not going to get CHIPs, all right? Now, as far as these elites go, they consider these people as cattle. One of the things people do to cattle is they brand it. They take that hot branding iron and they brand their cattle. Or you can throw a micro-CHIP in them. That way you can just keep track of them. And that's how Esau wants to do these people out here that they see as being nothing more than cattle. Goyim is what they call the nations, these people. All right? But, the point being that these individuals are going to be confused when that time comes. They're not going to know what to do. Okay? Because the leader that they're following is not teaching them the truth. Right? Scripture says, speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. You have a lot of these Israelite groups that are not doing that. They're not giving you the 100% truth. They're not giving the 100% truth of the Bible. Okay? So, that's the state of things. And it's really going to be more evident when all hell breaks loose, to where you can't easily access certain videos to get the breakdowns, and they're going to be unprepared, in other words, for Jacob's trouble. And that's why we, all right, that are diligently studying these scriptures, we're doing what? Just that, diligently studying in the hopes that the Heavenly Father will have mercy on us. All right? That way, wisdom and knowledge can be the stability of our times, Isaiah 33 and verse 6. Okay? So we'll be stable in that day. So we'll be able to okay, this is what's going on. Okay, the microseep is here. Okay, I gotta pray. I gotta, be on my P's and Q's. All right, I gotta make sure that I'm doing I gotta make sure that I'm on point, because this devil's gonna come down hard and make it to where you can't just buy and sell. He's gonna make it difficult on people. He's not going to hold people down from all fours and force. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to present it as a choice, because it's a test. The Heavenly Father can't test you if you're forced to do it. If Esau forces you to do it, no, he's going to test you. You're going to be presented with a choice. Just like in a regular test, Esau has answer choices. They don't just choose what you're going to choose for you. If that makes sense. You have a selection of answer choices and you have to choose one. That's how the Heavenly Father is doing this test. All right? That's why it's so important to have the right teachers. Maybe that'll be the title of this lesson. All right? Certain Israelites are not prepared for Jacob's trouble. And there was a whole lot of reasons given as to why. So I pray that this was edifying to the hopeful elect. All praises, honors, and glories be to Yahweh, Bashem, El Shai, Bashem, Rakodash, the blindness, my apostle, elders, peace, blessings to the elect. Shalom.